In Shyamnagar village lived a couple named Akash and Sarita. Akash used to do small jobs to run their household. One day, guests were to visit their home, so Sarita cooked delicious dishes and welcomed them warmly. After tasting her food, the old grandmother said, "Oh Akash, your wife truly has the touch of goddess Annapurna."
Yes, Grandma, that's true.
After praising Sarita, all the guests went home. Days passed by. Akash often got upset because of money problems and he felt irritated. One day, Sarita asked him, "Dear, what's troubling you? You seem worried these days. What's wrong?"
Sarita, we are short on money for our expenses. My parents also called asking for help. Tell me, where will I get so much money from? Guide me, Sarita.
Why don't we rent a small dhaba? That will give us some financial support. I have a little savings. We can use that.
All right.
After searching for 2-3 days, Akash finds a place that could be rented as a dhaba. So now Akash and Sarita first clean the place properly. And from the very next day, they start cooking. Sarita made very tasty dishes. The aroma spread far and drew customers in. 3 men came to eat and asked Akash,
Hey brother, do you have roasted chicken? Yes brother. Shall I bring you one plate? Yes please. And bring paneer keema for me. And I'll have mutton biryani. All right, coming in 10 minutes.
Akash took the orders to the kitchen and then told Sarita. She quickly prepared all 3 plates. Akash serves the food to the customers and kept on standing there only. When the men tasted the food, they were delighted and they said to Akash,
Brother, this food is amazing. I have never eaten something so tasty. Thank you, sir.
Soon, people kept praising their food and their dhaba becomes really popular. But their neighbor Ramu, who also owned a dhaba, grew jealous. His place had opened before Akash's, but now fewer people visited him. So he angrily thought, out of jealousy,
I must teach Akash a lesson. I'll burn down his eatery.
Thinking this, he smiled wickedly. The next night, while Akash was at the dhaba painting the dhaba, Ramu went behind and set it on fire. Soon, the whole dhaba was in flames. People panicked and tried to put the fire out, but Akash was still inside. As soon as he noticed the fire, he tried to escape. In this process, he got injured badly. Sarita was seeing everything from outside. She started crying. All their savings were spent on his treatment. On the other side, Ramu started thinking that now Akash and Sarita are discouraged and they would never start the dhaba again. There Akash was recovering a bit. So one day Sarita to Akash, Dear, I'm thinking of reopening our dhaba. I think that will help us a little. You know now how our condition is.
I am still weak. And how will you manage all alone?
At least I'll try. We have lost everything. Dishes, stove, all. The rest of the money was spent at the hospital. You know, I need to do something.
Okay, Sarita. Do what you think is right. But until I recover, I can't help you much.
You don't worry. I will manage somehow. You just focus on your recovery.
Sarita, there is an old clay stove we got from Grandma. If you want, you can start cooking on that. See if it helps you.
Oh yes, I totally forgot. There is one stove and a few utensils also made out of mud. I'll start cooking on them only.
All right.
That day, Sarita took some groceries to the dhaba and cooked a small meal. The food was cooked on the clay stove, so it was giving off a delicious aroma. A traveler who was passing by stopped and asked,
Hey sister, what's cooking here?
Sir, right now I only have dal makhni and roti. Should I serve you some?
Sure sister, please get it. I'll sit here.
Sarita goes inside and brings whatever she had. She serves the meal and keeps on standing there. The traveler, when tastes the food, he was surprised.
Sister, this food is so flavorful. I really liked it. Thank you. I'll come again.
Thank you, sir. The traveler paid and left. Sarita thought to herself, I used up all the grains for this meal. Now there is nothing left for us. I'll buy more groceries with this money. When Sarita went back to the kitchen to keep the plates, she was shocked. All the vessels were again full of food. She to herself, but I served everything to that man. Where did this food come from? She took out some food and then checked again. The pots were still full. Seeing this, Sarita thinks, this clay stove is magical. No matter how much food I take out, it keeps refilling itself. Overjoyed, Sarita tells Akash about it. Akash said,
Sarita, God has truly blessed us with this magical stove.
They both thanked God with folded hands. Now whatever food Sarita cooked, it got sold out every day. And Sarita felt extremely happy. She started working very hard and Akash too was recovering and he began helping her again. Seeing their success, Ramu burned with envy once more.
I had burned their eatery, but they are still doing well. I must end this once and for all. Let me try some other trick. They have become threat to my business. Need to do something. Let me plan something for them.
Ramu once again thinks about harming Akash and Sarita. But the next day, while cooking, a fire broke out in Ramu's own kitchen. The fire was such that it burnt down Ramu's dhaba completely. Now, Ramu realized his mistake. Doing harm to others only brings harm to yourself. He decided something else. He worked honestly and his customers began to return. Akash and Sarita's dhaba again grew popular. With the help of their magical stove, they not only rebuilt their business but also began donating to the poor. This story teaches us that one should always think good for others. Whoever does evil ends up facing evil, and goodness always brings good results.